Hello and welcome back to Sisters United. You are joined by Player 1
and Player 2.
And welcome back to our Dragon Age storyline, where in the last episode we were doing quests at Loverin. And we recruited Liliana, and we are in the middle of trying to acquire Sten.
Yes.
Now, this video will be out after we are back from holiday, but it's been pre-recorded because we're going on holiday.
Yes.
So it'll be short and sweet. And we did say that in this episode we would talk to Liliana and learn a bit more about her.
Yes.
So,
what do you know of this place? What do you know of this place, Liliana?
Lothering? I think it started as a settlement by the river, and then grew when it became the place where two roads met. There are always people in Lothering, but many are just passing through.
Oh, okay, let's talk about something else.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
This vision of yours
I
of
knew
the
this
Maker.
would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell. And the darkness drew me in.
Oh, I see. What then?
When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rosebush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
Ah, I see. And this made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the Blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything?
Yes. I suppose I couldn't sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a Blight to stop.
To be fair.
Yes? Well,
I didn't
Here I
want
am.
to be a Grey Warden, it was kind of forced. What was life like in the Chantry?
quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Condescending? How so? What did they do?
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
Oh, I see. I prefer your ideas to the ideas of the Chantry.
Thank you. Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
Okay.
right,
Yes?
last one.
Well, here I am.
Okay. What would someone like you be doing in Lothering Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
Ah.
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
Ah, I see. What did you do before that?
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Okay. Right, I'm happy to move on now.
What do you need? Ask away.
Okay. So you said Al Elmon raised you?
Oh, did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfels. A whole pack of them, in fact.
Oh, really? Really, that must have been tough for them. Oh, that would explain the smell.
Well, it wasn't until I was 8 that I discovered you didn't have to lick yourself clean. Old habits die hard, you know.
Ooh. That would explain the breath as well, then.
And my table manners, too. Though, come to think of it, they weren't all that different from the other Templars. Or did I dream all of that? Funny the dreams you'll have when you sleep on the cold, hard ground, isn't it? Are you having strange dreams?
Only ones where the world is threatened by darkspawn right now.
You sure?
Yes.
Point taken. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young.
Oh.
Our Lehman wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
Oh. But why did he send you off to the Chantry?
Our Lehman eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Oh, what an asshole. What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence, I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
Oh. You were young.
And raised my dogs. Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that. I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people.
Yes.
He also was King Caelan's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did.
Oh.
Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Which means he's his uncle. Ah, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Last person, because we didn't actually get
What
to
do you
talk
wish of
to
me?
Morrigan.
Hello there. I'd like to discuss
Let's see what.
something.
If you must.
How did you become a No.
Okay, wait.
How did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Oh, okay. That does sound like... No. But your mother has been doing this? No.
It's anyone. I've just don't like just because I hover over it doesn't mean I'm suggesting it to you.
But it's just a legend, right?
So I assume. My mother has walked the wilds far longer than I. Who am I to suggest what things she has done and not done in her past? Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Oh, Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talent.
Oh.
If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
That's very... Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
Oh, I see. And what do other animals think of you when you're changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
I've never heard of magic like that before.
No, 'tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
Yes, yes. That's good. Such traditions need to be preserved.
I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear.
That's all I wanted to ask.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
No, of course not. I think your abilities sound quite
A
useful.
most practical opinion.
Oh my! Okay! Guys, we're just talking about it now!
Remember Liliana in the
Take it away as well! Elsa! Elsa, help me! Elsa! I'm gonna get eaten alive over here! Oh.
We have found the boy's mother.
Fight the bears! Alistair? Why did you go to the one behind? I'm fighting this one here! Useless! Useless, I say! I'm an archer!
I'll get on.
An archer! But, let's just head back. Go back to the chancellor and see what they're saying.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Thanks. Yes, the quest was complete.
Yes? What can I do for you now?
I want to talk about Stan, the Canary you imprisoned. Oh, you got up.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
I want him freed. I might have use for him.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you might release him into my custody.
And what do you say on this, Liliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Easy enough. Not at all. I don't need to persuade or threaten. I love it when I don't need to do
I
anything.
wonder if that's an accurate
Hello
likeness
there.
of Andraste.
Greetings, Grey Warden.
Hi.
What can I do for you?
Oh, what can you tell me about the
I was
prison
there
one?
at the farmhold. The beast stood there, wet with the blood of the children. He didn't even deny slaughtering them. The revered mother ordered him caged. She has more mercy than I do. But perhaps she is right, and the Maker has love for all his creations, even the Kunari.
Yes.
Now, unless there's something else you need.
No. I just wanted to look at you.
You wish something more of me?
I have the key to open your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agreed to release you into my custody. Oh, does it matter? You can be free.
Perhaps we have different ideas of freedom.
You can atone for your crime by assisting me.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
Very well.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Yes. Thank you, Stan. Glad to have you with us.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
So he's the same species as Bull. From Dragon Age 3.
He is?
Yes.
No way!
Yes, but
What
that's...
now?
But obviously Dragon Age 3 had them updated.
I
Because you'll
guess.
notice when we play Dragon Age 2, they update the elves, but then they put the elves back to how they had them in Dragon Age 1.
Why did no one like the elves?
They have the ears going out that way.
Ah. But time to go!
I forgot we had that picture. That's gonna be it every time you look at it. What's going on? That's the thing we have to kill.
It is just good boy.
Bad dreams, huh?
Seems so real.
Well, it is real. Sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do.
Ooh.
That's why we know this is really a Blight.
The Archdemon, is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Oh. Thank you, Alistair. I appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for. To deliver unpleasant news and witty one-liners. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Yes. I want to...
Oh, enchantment.
Enchantment?
Yes.
It's good to see you, my timely rescuer.
Hello!
Bodon Fennick, at your service once again.
Huh?
I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good?
No,
Yes?
sorry. Yo, let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Thank you!
Let's see.
Phoenix. Oh, it's not there. No. It's not there!
Oh well.
There's no way we could have afforded it in the first place. Like, wow, 3 things and we have no money. 3 things, people. It's not even for me.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
I want some enchanting done.
Enchantment!
So what do you want them to have? Cold or lightning?
Lightning! You put cold down before.
Oh, sorry.
How dare you! Who are you?
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me?
No.
Levy of the coins?
No.
Levy the trader?
No. Duncan never mentioned you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
Okay, what promise did Duncan make to you?
Well, as you know, my family's name is mud around noble circles. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arland banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
What happened next?
Hard to say. After King Arland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
Ah. So what favour did you ask for Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
Okay. I've never even heard of Soldier's Peak.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
Ah, okay. Why didn't Duncan help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Cousland. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostergar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Okay.
Yes. So essentially, that opens up a new quest, but somewhere. So there's that one, and then there's getting shale. So I think we'll talk to Alistair, and then we'll.
Something on your mind?
Has anyone ever told you how handsome
Are you ready
are?
to be flirting?
Yes.
Not unless they were asking me for a favor. Well, there was that one time in Denerim, but those women were not like you. Why? Is this your way of telling me you think I'm handsome?
Ooh. You know you're handsome, Alistair.
Maybe. It doesn't hurt to have a pretty girl say that, though. Beats being run through with a sword any day. So, is this the part where I get to say the same?
That would be nice.
Oh, well, I'll think about it then.
No, you bastard!
Sometime soon, I'm sure.
Bastard!
Right.
I wanted to hear I was pretty!
There's this cheese.
This cheese? Why do you have so much cheese?
Because he loves cheese.
Oh, you're a man of my heart. I love cheese. Good boy.
Oh, why, you little...
Did you just jump at the sight of your own shadow again?
Oh, you're so funny. Such rapier wit. Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Good boy, teach that silly Alistair a lesson.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me. I once heard a really old legend about how the hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their
I just want to
Mabari
pet
the
my
flesh of the
dog.
vanquished.
I just want to pet good boy.
Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Stop going, my puppet! I would never feed you another human being.
It's not cannibalism if he's eating it, you know.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
It's the thought that counts. He means well. Why doesn't he share his food with me?
You are welcome to this if you really want it. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
I'll try. It was a... You heard the lady.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Do not talk to him like that. I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Right, can we?
Oh my goodness sake!
Get scared someone. Yeah.
I'll just watch them.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
What one? Finally! Trying to find a way for the Earth Army. It's going to take some time, you know. Good luck with that, then. All I wanted was to pet you.
No, but basically, that is your interaction with the dog. Sometimes party members will, and sometimes they won't. So, where are you? What are you wanting to do first?
Redcliffe.
Are you wanting to go to Redcliffe? Or are you wanting to do the Grey Warden expansion? Or do you want to go and get Shale?
Redcliffe.
Right, so we'll take Alistair.
Yes.
And we'll take...
Indeed.
We'll take these three with us.
Stop eating.
I'll listen.
I'm hungry.
Stuff your face at camp. For now, watch the bloody road.
Okay.
But we've been looking at the road for hours. No travelers all day.
Will one of you pay attention?
Uh-huh.
Hey, who's that?
I see enemies ahead.
Come on!
Run away!
Alistair! And if you're attacking, come on, we need to bring Alistair back. Please.
No mercy from me! It is done. Defeated.
Alistair? Oh, of course I have insufficient skill.
Is it time to kill something?
Where are you? Oh, Alistair, get up! No, you don't need to play dead no more!
Just the scenario.
At your service.
Oh, yes, at my service. Don't talk to me like that.
Just the thought of, you know, running a bit and he's just playing dead.
It was like, get up, Miles!
It just tickles me. Right, I think we've looted everything we can loot.
Yes.
Let's find a way out. This will happen.
Oh, another bandit!
This will happen quite often when we're traveling.
What did I tell you?
Now's better than later.
Oh, so we're not even there?
Oh!
No, it's like when we're traveling to places, it'll sometimes make us be attacked by bandits and stuff. Ah, okay. Not all the time, it's like that.
Now's better than later.
Owie! No, you think I was going after? Let me hit you! Ah!
At least Morrigan's hit him.
There's a little actually fighting now.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier. I told you before how Al Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
Oh, what? Oh, so you're not just a bastard, but a royal bastard.
Ha! Yes, I guess it does at that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I think I understand.
Aye, 1 or 4.
Does Logain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it.
Okay, that's fine. You're the heir.
1 or 2.
You're the heir to the throne, then?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Oh, as you command, my prince.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. Okay, so I think that's going to be a good place to stop for this episode. So if you've enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. And after our holiday, we'll do Redcliffe, where player 2 gets to experience fighting the zombies.
Ooh.
So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.